Hey, hello scrappers. Back again. I'm going to go ahead and start doing some teardown on this compressor. I don't know how many people are talking about tying the two tanks together, the new tank and the old tank. Now the new tank, new compressor, it shuts off at 200 pounds, 200 psi, and this one here would shut off at 165 psi. I got looking at the tag on the tank and it says it's tank's rated for 200. So I could probably push the limit, but I think what I can do, I can set the regulator on the new one at 165. That's where this one would shut off, and I should be able to just run a jumper hose from the quick connect here over to the quick connect to this one, say the bottom one, and that should pressurize this one, and then I can use the top one of this one to come out to my shop air. Should work, and then I wish I'll have this regulator here pretty well set where it's at 90, and I'll have my tank pressure reading and my regulator reading. And then I was thinking I could probably use this for a portable air tank. If I got to put air in a tire and I don't want to drive it up here to do it, I can just unhook the jumper line, you know, if I'm not, and unhook the air from the central shop. Have, I don't know, 8 or 10 foot hose on here. Take it down to the trailer, you know, just roll it on down there. Air up the tire. Be a nice big air tank. Probably be pretty handy, pretty convenient. And roll it back up here and hook it back up and fill it up. That way it's, if I do it that way, it's always ready to go. And might be a good way to do it. So I think I got all the screws out of this already. I'm not sure. Can't really see anything. I think it's just kind of snapped together. I was going to take the trash out today and dump it, but pretty windy out there today, so I thought, well, maybe I'll just wait. It looks like I got a couple screws in their Torx way down in there. So didn't look like they had that center little stub on it. No. So I'm going to try a 15 to start. Hopefully my extension's long enough. I don't think I'm making it. No, I don't think I'm making it. Here's a T20. Is it long enough though? No. Okay, I guess I may have to see if I can do it with an Allen wrench. And then the question is it long enough? That's probably too big. If it is, I don't know if it's going to be long enough or not. I may not have anything long enough to get down in there. Oh, what have I got here? I got some Torx, but I don't know if I got one the right size. big. The one I need is probably gone. I guess I need to get another set of these things. As long. I think I got some over here on this one. That thing doesn't want to come out of there now. It's all rusty going in. That's crazy. There it is, finally. Maybe I should take the wire wheel. Well, let me see. I guess I could start small and work my way up. It doesn't really look real big anyway. Let's see if I can clean these. This one's not near as rusty as that other one. Let's see what we get. I think that did it. That was the right one. Hallelujah. Okay, on this piece I got this on-off switch. And I got a hose running to the that's probably something to do with the pressure release, possibly. I'm not sure. I'm just going to unplug it. Okay, now I got a zip tie to cut. I'm going to have to get me a better set of those extensions with longer bits. Okay, now I got to dip. Yeah, because I'm going to have to dead end this hose. I'm not going to need it for the way I'm going to try to rig it. I'm not going to need that. Well, it does kind of dead end right into this switch mechanism thing here, so I got another Torx here, but this one here is I can get to. 15 is too small. Must be a 20. Yeah, 20. The way that's set up, it's crimped on there, and there's no way to get that thing through there, so I'm going to have to make a couple cuts. Try not to cut into the hose. Oh, with the Sawzall. I'm going to change blades. I don't really want to use the carbide. Then I might put in one of these blades that's pretty well wore just to cut this plastic. If I don't go too fast. Hopefully I didn't damage the hose. Yeah, I figure I'm going to have to start me a bucket or a tote or something for all the... I'm going to start tearing these compressors down to save save a lot of compressor parts. Yeah, I scarred the hose a little bit, but not too bad. Okay, what do we got here now? We've got a... looks like about a 10 millimeter. I had one of my subscribers from Kentucky want me to pack up my truck and dump trailer run up to Kentucky, but I really can't do that since I still have a full-time job. It'd be nice if I could get up there and help out. But I just don't really see it this year. I got a 10 millimeter. It felt a little sloppy on there, so it's probably 3/8, but this will work. I thought it was kind of interesting when I was down there at the Oklahoma Trailers Direct where I got my dump trailer. There was another guy down there buying a trailer, and he asked if I was going to do the same thing he's doing. And what he was doing was he was heading down to the coast, because that was right at, after the few days after the hurricane hit. And I guess I don't know if it's a city or FEMA or what, but I guess they pay him for hauling a lot of the debris and stuff off. I thought, well, that would be interesting. Probably give you room and board and everything else. Okay, I pulled the one bolt out of there. Now I'm trying to see how the rest of this hooks on here. And I really don't see it. May have to shine some light on the subject. It bolts in from underneath. It may just slide off of there once I get this off. So I probably have to get this not a big motor. You kind of wonder, okay, how does this thing pump that much air? Yeah, that armature's pretty ate up. Brushes are probably gone. It's probably what happened. Brushes probably wore out. Probably what happened. So might be something to keep in mind. Of time the next one gets, if it starts acting up, might see if I can't get brushes for it. Of course, it's not too late. I haven't really cut anything on this yet. I got that disconnected, but haven't done a whole lot of yeah, I got the switch off. Okay, let's see what we got. Get this hose disconnected and then see where we go from there. A big job, the guy wanted me to cut all the cedar trees down, which I'm not really in the tree business. I wouldn't know how to bid it. And he knew a guy that in town that did tree work, had a stump grinder in the works. So the old guy called me today and said he got a hold of that guy and he made a deal with him. But the deal was that guy gets the rest of the scrap that's up there. Well, you know, whatever is his stuff. I did good on it, so I can't complain. Just stuff I loaded up in the truck and took to work with me, and then took it over the scale. I made over about $1,000 right there. So, and then I don't know how much stuff I've got here that came from there. A bunch. So I made out well. I'm ready to start bringing it in for the year right now anyway, and just concentrate on getting the yard cleaned up and getting ready for spring. Looks like, okay, there's that piece. There we go. So I had a couple tabs that went up under, sitting on little rubber boots. Now, to fish the plug out of there, I think I can come through this way. They have plenty of room. Oh yeah. So we got her stripped down to there. I just got to find a plug for here. I can probably leave that plugged as it is. Just tuck it away. And then, like I say, I can run the area here, or I can rig it up where I can put a shut off in a quick connect, or just put a, something like that. Make it where it comes in here, goes directly into the tank. When I have it open, then I can shut it off, disconnect the air. Yeah, I can put a 1/4 inch nipple. I just have to reduce down. That wouldn't be hard at all. I'm going to have to move all my drums over to the side to make room for this. I need to get one of those, either an automatic drain put on here, or another extension like I had on the other one. Which I got a little bit of 1/4 inch pipe and fittings. I can probably just rig up one. Just put an elbow going in and then rig it coming out, and then put a coupler on there, and then put that little shut off on it. I can do something like that. I have to be careful that it doesn't hook on stuff as I walk it down to use it as an air tank. But I want to be able to drain this too. Keep it in good shape. Try to. Still, I don't know how many years I'll use it. I've got running this one a 33 gallon, and then the 27 gallon, that'll give me a 60 gallons of capacity. I think I got a big 60 gallon tank down in the field, but the guy said I think it had a crack in the bottom or something. So yeah, wouldn't want to use it. But I get quite a few compressors. I've got a couple horizontals out there I need to look at. I got a double tank Campbell Hosfield portable one you carry around. It's pretty heavy. And I think it needs a valve plate kit. And I got to look at my daughter's compressor. When I first moved out here, I've been out here 21 years. I bought a Black Max at a pawn shop for $100. I think it was a 7-gallon horizontal, and I used it out here for scrapping for probably 5-7 years, something like that. And then valve plate went on it, and I had several others, and I was kind of getting out of scrapping there for a little bit. So a couple guys came over and they bought a bunch of the mowers I had and compressors, and I gave them a bunch of stuff. And they discovered my channel here a while back, and they left a message. But I told them to stop by, but they still haven't. They bought a whole bunch off me, and I made good money on it. I kind of know how to fix it, I just haven't fixed any. But my daughter's, after that Black Max went down, I started using my daughter's. She had a little one, I think it was a 3-gallon tank, a little Campbell Hosfield. And I used it for a couple, 2-3 years. And now she said she's having problems with it, so I'm thinking it's the valve plate. So I'm going to get it up here one of these days and take a look at it, and if I think that, diagnose it, that's what it is, I'm going to go ahead and order it. From different compressors I've looked at, I've seen a few that were around $25, $27 on some of your cheaper models, and then like Campbell Hosfield and stuff, they might run $50, $55. So it kind of depends on how much CFM they need to put out. So hers is a little one, so it shouldn't be too expensive. And I'll find out, order it, and then probably do a video on how to repair it. Because if other scrappers get compressors and stuff, they'll have an idea how to fix it. If you can fix it, sell it for $100. It costs you $50 for the valve plate, and it doesn't take you but maybe an hour to fix it. Turn around and sell it for $50, or if you were going to haul it over the scales, what do you get? $5 out of it, maybe. But one thing too, it's always good to pull your fittings off, because they may be good even if you're going to scrap it. Here they don't want, sealed units, and they would probably call a compressor a sealed unit. So you almost have to cut the tanks in half or something. Of course, I got the plasma cutter now, so that'd make that an easy job. I was thinking, even if the guy had some of these and the handles were on the sides, you could cut the top off and use it for a storage bin, and you could roll them around if you needed. So you could throw different things in different ones. Instead of 5-gallon buckets, use old compressor tanks. Even with the drain in the bottom, you could take the drain plug out, and then you could even leave them sitting outside if you needed to. But that was pretty quick and easy. Tomorrow I've got, for the next video, I got this tripod tightened down too tight. So here's our motor, not a lot there. And then basically like a gearbox here, and then your piston. And you got your head. For the most part, I can probably pull those 4 bolts off the head, and your valve plate sits right here between the head and there. So and usually what it is just a couple thin pieces of metal over the holes, and I think one's on one side, one's on the other. So it lets, or they might be both on the same side, so it's letting the air come up and through. As the piston comes up, it'll push the air up and in, or out to the tube, to the tank, and then as the piston goes down, it shuts. And what will happen a lot of times, that they'll get bent a little bit or something, or crud under them, and they usually build up to about 40 pounds. and they'll run and run and run, but they won't get any higher than about 40 pounds of pressure. So that's usually the valve plate kit. You get a valve plate on there, and from what I've been seeing, I haven't seen anything with torque specs. You know, I'm sure it's probably in inch pounds, but how many? So I'm hoping that as you buy the valve plate, I'm hoping it comes with some documentation to tell you what the specs are on that unit. Or I'll probably have to try to get a hold of customer service on it, or, you know, that model or something, to try to find out what the torque is. With one of the four bolts, I would say, you know, kind of crisscross pattern. But yeah, that was pretty easy breakdown. So now I just got to break that loose, find out what size that is, and get a plug for it, or break a reducer to reduce it down to 1/4 inch. And then if I can run the hose directly in here, or even put the valve on there, then put the 1/4 inch fitting. If I can run it directly in there, then that'll leave both ports available. So then I could probably have an air hose hooked on here and wrapped up on the handle, say 10-15 foot hose, and then I can have the air coming out to my air lines on the other one. So I'll have to probably have to cover this up somehow, keep rain out of it, so I'll probably put this back on it. I don't want to keep it in here. Might be a little bit before I get the stuff for this. So this will keep rain from getting down in it, if we ever get any rain. So hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Remind everybody of the Amazon affiliate link, you know, for parts and tools. And if you're not a subscriber, I'd like to ask you to take a look around the channel and look at the playlist for the different types of stuff I've got going, and see what you think. See if I earn your subscription. Well, it looks like we just lost electricity for some reason. So I guess I'll call it quits on this video, and we'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.